Hello friends, and welcome to another WSIB Truth Matters on this Wednesday afternoon. I hope you're doing well. It's a really nice day out there, and I think that we're finally moving into the spring zone here, which makes me very happy. So today I'm going to talk about a subject that is always a source of confusion for injured workers. And the reason it is because there's really no consistency when it comes to WSIB, when it comes to this subject. And that's the matter of MMR, maximum medical recovery. And I know that it can be somewhat confusing, and I see it all the time. And the reason for that is because the WSIB likes to engage in making medical or making determinations about a case when it really is under the scope of medical and should be dealt with by your own doctor. I don't know why they need to engage in this sort of behavior, but they do. You know how I feel about it. I've made my opinions well known many times in my videos. I think that the WSIB has no business being in the business of anything to do with medical treatment or prognosis or diagnosis or anything whatsoever that has to do with medical. If you didn't have doctors out there and a good infrastructure for medical care, as we do here in this country, in Canada, we have a really good system, then okay, I can see how an organization would try to adjust for the lack of medical resources and medically trained people to make decisions, particularly when it comes to your health and what your health can allow you to do or not do in a job setting. Oh wow, that was a huge circle. I had no idea that I was going to go that far in explaining that. But at the end of the day, is they should keep their fucking nose out of your medical business and talk to your doctors. And that way there wouldn't be any confusion. So here's what they say, and you've probably received one of these letters, or if you haven't yet, and you're going through the WSIB process now, you will at some point. And if you have a prior claim, you've probably received something like this, where you receive a letter and the WSIB states in that letter, and I'm just going to put it up here, subject, maximum medical recovery and referral to permanent impairment program. I have carefully considered the information we have on file, and I've confirmed that you have recovered to the point where no further significant improvement in your work-related injury or illness is expected. This point is called the maximum medical recovery date. The date selected for you or for your maximum medical recovery is, and then they put the date in the letter. This means you meet the criteria for a permanent impairment review as a result of your injury or illness. And then they go and talk about NEL and yada, yada, yada. But I'd like to focus on a couple of key points in that letter. First of all, it starts with I have carefully considered. Well, this letter is sent by a case manager. A case manager who has absolutely no medical training whatsoever. Zero. So this person says, I have carefully considered the information we have on file. And then the other one is, I have confirmed that you have recovered to the point where no further significant improvement in your work-related injury or illness is expected. Holy shit. This person has a lot of knowledge to be able to make such a confirmation. And the third point in that big paragraph is the date selected for your maximum medical recovery. So that person has also selected a date that is your maximum medical recovery date. And, kind of like pulling the shit out of the air. Anyway, I call this the phase of dealing with WSIB, the phase of fantasy world. And this is where they look into their crystal ball, as they do quite often, and you've heard me talk about this crystal ball. And they're making all sorts of predictions about you. Well, how about this? I don't really give a shit about your opinion. Why don't you write to my fucking doctor and ask my doctor if his or her opinion, I've reached maximum medical recovery? Because his opinion matters. Your opinion doesn't mean shit to me. This is the WSIB case manager who's looking into this crystal ball to make a determination as to whether you've reached maximum medical recovery. Again, I reiterate, with no medical training whatsoever. Probably as much as I have, or as a layperson, and having read thousands and thousands and thousands of reports over the years, I think I have a little bit of knowledge. But even I wouldn't be as arrogant as wanting to make that sort of a determination regarding somebody else's health. So why do they do this shit? Well, they do that because it all leads to the same funnel. And that is to try and get you off benefits as quickly as possible. Because when they can say that they have miraculously made a determination that your condition has reached as much recovery as it's going to, that no additional treatment is going to help you, then they can push you to go back to work, to get involved with work reintegration programs and all of the crap that they get involved with to push you back to work. Because they really don't have any reason to be involved in any of this. It should be your doctor. And your doctor has the qualifications, unless your doctor's under some sort of suspension by the College of Physicians and Surgeons. Your doctors and specialists, the people that are charged with treating you, having hands-on involvement with your treatment, they're the ones that should be making these determinations, not the WSIB. But they want to force it. They want to ram it down your throat so they can push you back to work as quickly as possible, whether or not you've completely healed or not. I mean, I was reviewing a case just last week, a WSIB case audit I was doing for one of our members. And I'm reading this and I'm going, holy shit, these people just, they never learn. There was a nurse consultant having a discussion with the member's psychologist who had been treating this person for 3 years for significant psychological issues resulting from his injury. And the doctor is saying to this nurse consultant, I do not believe that it would be safe for this person to be involved in any return to work activities at this time. She reiterated that on a couple of occasions in the conversation and in a report, a very thorough report that she'd submitted to let the board know where her client was at from a recovery standpoint, the reasons why there were some setbacks in his recovery and why additional treatment was recommended, and that it was not safe for him to return to work in any capacity. And the nurse case manager had the audacity to tell this psychologist, who is a well-established psychologist and a nurse case manager. I don't really have to tell you the imbalance of expertise here. Telling her, no. We believe that he can go back to work, and I'm going to limit the treatment. I'm going to extend this much more. Are you fucking kidding me? But they do this shit. They're still doing it. So maximum medical recovery, don't be fooled by it. This is them wanting to push you, to get you off benefits, to reduce your benefits as quickly as possible, because they can deem you uncooperative If they tell you, no, you get to go back to work, and you tell them, well, listen, I'm still in treatment, or my doctor's still recommending treatment. Are you confused by this? Is your doctor confused by this? Hell yeah. I mean, like, your doctor's probably going, hey, I'm the doctor here. I'm the one with the expertise. I'm the one who's looking after this person. I'm the one who has their best health as a top priority. And until I say that he or she has reached maximum medical recovery and that we've exhausted all potential treatment that could be possibly applied to help this person get better. Does it make sense? But no, because this is what the WSIB thinks. This is their whole foundation for this pile of crap that has absolutely no solid base to it as far as who's going to make these determinations. This is what they put down in their adjudicative document. MMR is an adjudicative decision made by decision makers based on the information contained in the claim file. An adjudicative decision by decision makers with absolutely no fucking qualifications to make those decisions. And then they go on to say, well, the decision maker must gather all relevant information that is available with respect to the case and make entitlement and case management decisions. Review and assess the clinical information to make the worker's recovery or to monitor the worker's recovery. While monitoring recovery, consider whether the MMR is reached, as it is not always clearly specified in medical reports. Of course, right to the fucking doctor and trust that the doctor is going to give you the information you need to make a decision. There's really no point in doing anything else because it's stupid. And it shouldn't happen. You see, friends, shit like this always pisses me off, as I'm sure you can tell, because I have no patience for stupidity. The way these people function is outside of the realm of the world that the majority of us live in. That's why they live in this fantasy world and they go and look into their crystal ball, because none of it's fucking real. And it's based on one premise: to screw you over. To stop your payments or reduce them. To reduce the amount of money they have to pay you. Because they need to remain employed. And anything that will jeopardize the sustainability of their financial system, that will affect their paycheck, they're loyal to that. But they're not loyal to anything else. And you know what? These are my opinions, based on over 30 years of dealing with these schmucks. These are my opinions. And I state them with absolute confidence and zero hesitation whatsoever. Yeah, and I know they'd love to shut me up, but fuck them. That's never going to happen. Because you have a right to know when you're being taken. When somebody is pulling the wool over your eyes and making you feel stupid. Making your doctors feel stupid. You have a right to know. And you have a right to know how to fight this ultimate bullshit. On WSIBsettlements.com, we have 8 medical objection documents that you can just click the button, fill in a little bit of information, click submit, and the letter's ready. You send it off to appeal 8 of their most idiotic letters when it comes to denying medical treatment. that is protection. Because you know what? The more shit you can throw at these people and make them work, and the more chaos you create in their work, their lives, they're going to start paying attention. But I'm going to leave you with the tip, Mr. Smiley's tip of the day. Because this is probably one of the best tips I'm ever going to give you. Because a lot of this has to do with medical. This is really the biggest issue when dealing with WSIB claims and injured workers who are getting screwed. This is the biggest problem, and that is the WSIB sticking their nose when it comes to medical, and they should not be allowed to do that. So here's Mr. Smiley's tip of the day. If the WSIB tells you that you have reached MMR, speak to your doctor, get his or her opinion in writing, and submit it to your file. Because if there's anything that your doctor can recommend that you require additional treatment and why, or you require additional testing and why that testing is necessary in order to make a determination as to whether you've reached the end of the line. In other words, whether you've reached maximum medical recovery. Ask your doctor. Get that in writing and upload it to your claim file. Don't mail it, don't fax it, upload it to your claim file. Nobody can touch it once it's there. And if you have to use it at the tribunal, because these schmucks either stopped your benefits or reduced your benefits because they made a determination that was contrary to what your doctors are telling you, the tribunal will look at that very closely. They will. WSIB Appeals Services Division? Not so much. You know how I feel about them. Fuck them. But the tribunal will. They want to make the best decision for you, but you need to protect yourself, and you need to have information in writing so that you're protected, so that if you need it down the road, it's there, and nobody can touch it. All right, friends? Oh, my God. It never ends. The extent to which these people will go to screw you over. So here you have it, maximum medical recovery. It's a term that a lot of people throw it around thinking that they know what it means. And it sounds like something, but you don't know what it means. What it means is we want to get you off benefits as quickly as we can. And we're going to make your life miserable as soon as we make that determination that you've reached maximum medical recovery. All right, friends, for those of you who are new to the channel, I welcome you. All the information I provide here is for free. And it comes with an appropriate level of anger and sarcasm. But I tell it like it is. That's why they hate me. And to my subscribers, thank you for subscribing and for sharing my videos. My goal is to reach every injured worker in this province to let them know that there's help. And if you need help with your claim, visit my company, WSIBsettlements.com. It's right here on the screen. And if you have an issue, any issue whatsoever with the WSIB, if you need to appeal something, visit our website. We can help you. Take a look at what we do. I've got over 30 years of experience in this business, dealing with these people at all levels. And I've pissed them off so much that they absolutely loathe me. But that's why we get the results that we do. Over $300 million in settlements for our clients, over 10,000 clients all over the province. And we're going to continue to add to that number. I'm now working on the number, which is $3 billion. I want to multiply that by 10. $3 billion in settlements paid. And we're going to reach that. Because these people are going to continue to make shit decisions to screw you over, to require somebody like me to tell them, you know what? You're wrong. You got to pay up. All right, friends. So it's a pleasure taking this time to tell you a little bit about MMR. I'm sure you got a big head full of it. And as always, I do appreciate you watching my videos. And until the next time, take care.